Hi friends, in today's video we are going to take a look at some of the dirt involved in American politics, and how the politicians have sold the citizens down the river for their own personal gain. This video will cast a critical eye on the American politician and their motives. In a constitutional republic, the role of politicians is to represent the interests of the people and uphold the values and principles on which the nation stands. However, in recent years, there has been a growing concern that some American politicians have put personal gain and special interests ahead of the well-being of the nation. This video aims to shed light on the alarming trend of politicians selling out America and the potential consequences it poses. Corporate influence and lobbying. One of the most pervasive ways in which politicians have seemingly sold out America is through the undue influence of corporations and lobbyists. Powerful interest groups, backed by vast financial resources, often sway politicians to enact policies that favor their own agendas over the greater good. This has resulted in policies that prioritize corporate profits and undermine the rights and needs of ordinary citizens. Campaign financing and dark money. The issue of campaign financing has become a significant concern in American politics. With the increasing cost of running for office, politicians rely heavily on donations from wealthy individuals and corporations. This dependence often leads to conflicts of interest, as politicians may feel obligated to prioritize the interests of their donors over the interests of the general public. The use of dark money further exacerbates the problem, as undisclosed funds can flow into campaigns without transparency or accountability. Revolving door syndrome. The revolving door between government and the private sector has raised questions about the loyalty and allegiance of politicians. Many politicians, after leaving office, go on to work for lobbying firms or private corporations with vested interests in the policies they helped shape while in power. This creates a perception that politicians may be more focused on securing lucrative positions after leaving office, rather than serving the public's best interests while in office. Partisanship over country. The growing hyper-partisanship in American politics has led to a disturbing trend where party loyalty often trumps the well-being of the nation. Some politicians seem more concerned with scoring political points, maintaining power, and advancing their party's agenda than with finding common ground and working towards effective governance. This unwillingness to compromise and collaborate ultimately undermines the democratic process and hinders progress. Lack of accountability. The lack of accountability for politicians who betray the public's trust is a significant concern. Despite instances of corruption, unethical behavior, and conflicts of interest, politicians often face minimal consequences for their actions. This lack of accountability erodes public faith in the political system and further perpetuates the perception that politicians can act with impunity. The disturbing trend of politicians selling out America undermines the very foundation of democracy and threatens the well-being of the nation. The undue influence of corporations, campaign financing issues, the revolving door syndrome, partisan gridlock, and the lack of accountability all contribute to a system that prioritizes personal gain over the public good. To address this crisis, it is imperative for citizens to remain vigilant, demand transparency, and hold their elected officials accountable. Reforms in campaign finance, lobbying regulations, and ethics standards are essential to curb the influence of special interests and restore faith in the democratic process. Ultimately, a strong democracy relies on politicians who prioritize the interests of the nation and its people above their own. It is crucial for Americans to support and elect leaders who embody integrity, ethics, and a genuine commitment to serving the public. Only through such efforts can we reclaim the true spirit of democracy and ensure that America's politicians truly represent the best interests of the nation. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please drop a like and subscribe and share these videos, comment on these videos. It would really help me out and it doesn't cost you anything but a moment of your time. Thanks for your support, and if there are any subjects you would like me to make a video about, please add that in the comments section.